Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about, the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Durban. Guys, what a way to end this season. And you know what? I finally get it now why Unonku puts up that social media update which she's leaving The Real Housewives of Durban. Uguti, there's a certain narrative that the production has of her that she needs to run with. Yeah, I get it now. I feel like she was putting that up in advance before we saw all this whole mess. But people have been saying, you know what? A queen knows when to bow out, when to bow down, or to bow out rather. And all I'm going to say, guys, we might say a lot of things about Unonku, but she has given us real TV, guys, from season 1. All I'm going to say, guys, is that, yes, you will reality TV shows there too. Being real is not what people want. Yes, we say, but we want the real you and what, but you need to be careful because I feel like Unonku has given us, guys, she has given us herself season in and season out from season 1. And I kind of feel part of the things that was on that note by the end of this episode is one of the things that are very personal to her, which I, by the way, think it has to do with her ex-husband because I see that there's a new show that's coming up and I see Unonku speaking about something about she pulled up a knife for her ex-husband or something like that, as if she wanted to, steal she wanted to steal him. So I think, because I heard Unonku in a diary session saying she regrets herself for doing that. So I think what was on that note was something to do with that to that degree, but something bad that she has done that she regrets. Now that's why I'm saying I feel like maybe Unonku, we appreciate her putting her life, but these people need to be careful, guys. If you do plan on going to on reality shows, if you're listening to this, which I doubt, be very selective with what you put out there. Because at the end of the day, guys, this is all content. When Uzoya TV, I want people to relate with me. The producers are using that for their benefit for content. So you must filter out what you want people to know. But people mustn't feel as if they know every angle of your life, which I feel is kind of the case with Unonku. Yeah, guys, I've said a lot. Anyway, let's get right into the episode. The episode starts off, Angiti, the ladies are in Mauritius, you guys. Is it Mauritius? I think it's Mauritius. I'm not sure, Kim. Anyway, Unonku has organized a pirate boat trip or cruise for the ladies. So the ladies are traveling in 2 separate taxis on their way to the cruise. So the one taxi had Unonku, Ujojo, Unondi, and Sorisha and Ulo. Then the other one had the twins, Fafa, Angel, and Unmenin. So the quantum guy that had the twins was talking about the letters from last night to Amaleta. They were so spicy, but their letters were not spicy, showing Wuti they are the ones who wrote those letters. Now Unonku and them in their quantum, the ladies are busy asking Unonku, why did you get scared and what not? And Nonku says to them, did you see the reaction of the twins and Fafa of those letters? And Nonku asked Jojo, you're really gonna sit there and act like you didn't have a hand in this? Which is what I was saying last week. Jojo and Sorisha sat there, you guys, as if they didn't have a hand in all of this. We get to find out she was also kind of part of it. She might have not written anything, but it seems like she knew about it. Ulondi then says, all I did was handed the pen over to them. Now, those notes were kind of funny, guys. They were spicy. I don't think they were that deep, to be quite honest. There's only one note that I was just about Gadi, which is, I think it was a note to Ayanda, which Usorisha wrote. It was something about, or something to do with, we no longer do Amakala. We do neutrals. Now, we know Uguti, the twins, guys, are fashion designers. So I just kind of felt like that was a jab. Like, I took offense on behalf of her. Yes, the twins, guys, they are fashion sense bandla. Yes, I understand Wuti they colorful, but I just kind of felt like Sorisha was saying, Wuti, yes, you're a fashion designer, but a very outdated one for still using colors instead of neutrals. One thing about Sorisha this season, guys, she's been an instigator. Oh, Sorisha, oh, you're Italian, guys. She will start something and ask a question as if it's innocent, knowing very well what she's doing. And then she'll just sit down and see the drama play out in front of her. And obviously, none of these ladies have the guts to confront her, because I mean, at the beginning of this season, Uncle Viv, or rather last season's reunion, Uncle Viv made it clear whoever messes with his wife, he has set aside money for a lawyer. So in Unongu and them's taxi, before they get out, when they arrive at their destination, before they get out of the taxi, Nongu says, "Can I please pray?" Unongu ngempela, she prays, and then after that, Ulo then says, "Yazi, I feel it in my spirit that, you know what, we need to just continue to be our sisters, a keeper." Jojo ahleke, you guys, and everyone looks at Adam like, "Jojo, ungena yich demoni or what?" You know that look, guys, mogusesontweni or kuthandazwa, and you laugh or you do something, that look that you get ingathunama demon or ungenwe yi demon. Jojo, they looked at her like that, and I was just like, "Yabona Jojo, le oyiqalile izovuka futhi," knowing very well which your friend doesn't take lightly to such things. But Jojo laughs at the sisterhood comment to say, "Wuti, aibo, you guys want to preach about sisterhood, but you guys are the same ones who start the drama." But anyway, I was just like, this is gonna come back. I get Gambella, you guys, Unongu, the ladies they are at their destination. When they see Unongu's boat, listen, I was stressed on behalf of the ladies, because that thing looked like it was going to drown the ladies. I'm just like, Nongu, have you seen the behind that you guys carry on the show? Your behind alone is enough to sink this boat, manje, okay? But anyway, and the ladies, they were kind of complaining, in a sense, making a joke out of it. I'm like, yes, I'm not double standards. And you'll say, hey, we are not those type of people. We're not classes. I'm like, hey, if you guys are not classes, why did you guys expect those boat cruises? This Noah's Ark is enough for you guys. Guys, at the beginning, the ladies looked like they were enjoying themselves, busy twerking there. Guys, after twerking for the cameras, people then they're sisumoya, and that's when the drama now comes in. I get Jojo. That's why I was saying Sorisha is an instigator, because while the ladies are sitting down, Sorisha brings up Indabag eye bag ga Jojo. Jojo's gift to the ladies was a bag, and that bag was a dupe, if I can put it in that way. But the way Sorisha puts it, I think she said Jojo, or didn't anyone carry Jojo's bag or something like that. But they were kind of making it, or some ladies were kind of making it a joke, like to say they were not going to wear or carry Jojo's bag. Now Jojo, as she's trying to explain herself, guys, she's trying to speak, everyone's speaking over one another. Jojo just raises her voice and she's like, "Can I speak?" And she starts crying, you guys. I'm like, you know what, at that point, I got Jojo. The way everyone is such a loudmouth on this group, I feel like if you are quiet and if you don't know how to raise your voice, no one's gonna give you a chance to speak. Anyway, while I'm busy saying, I understand why Jojo ekhala, because I thought she felt overwhelmed over the fact that people were speaking over her. You can't do Kelly. She goes and recites an incident that happened with Umabusi. Remember now, Jojo 4 years back came for Umabusi, that Umabusi uses fake designer bags. And she's like, no, till today, people, I'm being judged over a comment that I made, like I don't give an F about fake bags. I'm just like, hi, bo. Sifige ni Milan. I'm just like, yes, Jojo, yes, balangam But I'm just like, I don't like the show for Jojo, because I just feel like almost everything is triggering for her. And I'm just like, Jojo, if it gets to a point where you're going to cry over such silly things, over the fact that people don't want to use your bag, and it's linking it to, I don't even know how are these things linked together. But I'm just like, Jojo, that means you need to really take a break from the reality TV show because clearly it's not bringing the best out of you. She then goes on to say what all this group cares about is designer brands. And then Londi this side in her diary session, she says Uguti, she feels like Jojo was masking the fact that she is carrying a fake Birkin bag and Usorisha is carrying a real one. Now, guys, that's how I'm just like, I feel like this group, they tiptoe around Usorisha. Usorisha made a comment about the boat. Uguti, her Birkin bag or something like that can buy many of these boats ziganungu. And everyone just laughed it off. I'm just like, if someone else made that comment, they would have said, no, she's a classist. But even for Unokozana, for Jojo to say what all this group cares about is designer brands, I kind of feel like it was low-key directed to Usorisha. Because the only person that brags about Ama brands here, guys, is Usorisha. But anyway, Usorisha being the queen that she is, she didn't take offense to that because anyway, she easily affords Lezizinto, you guys. I get the economy status group here. They are busy saying a konenda with Jojo because they are touched over the fact that Ulondi wanted them to wear a designer bikini at her event. And I'm just like, now you guys are using this opportunity, bang purile in this episode, you guys, because I'm just like, it's giving high school vibes. They're even sitting in one corner. You guys, because I'm just like, why is this girl so quiet? Now, because I kind of felt like I have some sort of backbone. I kind of felt like she was not really agreeing with everything that Abo Mini and the twins were saying, but she didn't have a backbone to say anything. And for that, I'm just like, next season, don't come. If you're going to want to play it safe and be on the side that seems to be humble, like just don't come back. I can. Anyway, while they like Bachelor Jojo in Ini, Unongu then says, guys, can I just be honest? Like I felt pressure joining this group. I found myself buying Izinto, that I was not buying designer stuff because there's pressure. And not that anyone specifically said, which when you're in this group, you need to be wearing a specific designer, what, but the pressure that comes at being in this group. And I liked that honesty, but honestly, guys, it's just the nature. It is what it is. It's the nature of the show. And that's how I will forever respect Abanta Abafana Njengo Makumado, who came for one season and exited the next season because they saw if you feel like it's too much, you guys, exit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe that's why Abo Londi London or other previous cast members would exit whenever their money or whenever their marriages took a dip. Because obviously, guys, when your marriage is going through trouble and you're going through a divorce or something like that, your pocket is going to take a dip. Maybe that's why they exited the show and did not come back, because there's a certain level of pressure that comes with being on the show, which you need to be able to afford this. But then I'm saying, yeah, guys, then they're not being honest, because we want rich housewives on the show. But then again, are we being realistic? Because who says South Africa, Lana? Chances are the ones who are really rich housewives, guys, they are not the type of people who will come onto television or this type of television. They like their peace. While Unongo speaking on that, the twins find an opportunity to address Indabaga Londi to say, Wuti Londi, that's why we didn't like, what you did, Wuti. We felt like you singled us out. Jojo literally said, Wuti, I am wearing a dress or bikini from Shein, and yet you were like, no, I'm fine with you, Jojo, I'm fine with you, Angel, but you kind of singled us out. Only to find out on this episode, guys, Many, when she heard Ugutu Ulondi is having a pool party with this specific theme, she had a conference call with the rest of the ladies and told the ladies, or agreed with the other ladies, none of us is going to buy something new. None of us is going to buy something new. We're going to come with the clothes that we have. Because I was just thinking to myself, there's no way Jojo doesn't have a designer bikini. Even if she doesn't have one, there's no way she cannot afford one. So even for her to come and say she's dressed in Shein, I was just surprised. Even the whole thing I Jojo this season, money, what determines wealth is having health and a happy family or a healthy family or something. I'm like, Jojo, please. You are the number one housewife who brags about the fact that you've got money and your husband makes money, and you are eating your husband's money. Now, all of a sudden, when you feel like people are judging you for it, you want to fold and make it seem as if money doesn't matter. No, girl, money matters. So as the twins are addressing Ulondi, your Minnie is so excited there, guys. She is so excited. I'm just like, Minnie, yo, I engage it, guys. But anyway, now it's a to and fro between the twins and Londi. Londi was like, no, I was not singling you guys out. Now they're busy arguing. And then the one twin is like, layout designer. How did you get the layout designer? What about Chiscono? Like, imagine, Londi's like, what the twins are saying, disrespecting a slave queen. Guys, I don't like how they disrespected Ulondi. I don't want to lie. I don't like it. Even that comment, layout designer. So what? Why aren't they charging Abo Sarisha and Abo Jojo who are eating their men's money? Why aren't they saying, because if I am in a relationship with a rich person, guys, and he is buying me, what's the problem with that? Oh, I bang Porile, guys. And the twins are good people, you guys. But I just feel like in us saying you're a good person, it must extend to even more Kwatile. There's certain things we don't expect to come out of your mouth. So I don't even like the comments or disrespecting a slave queen as if I'm a slave queens are not worthy of respect. I'm just like, no, guys, give Ulondi some credit. You guys might say past yake, but yeah, she is, guys. She has a very big what is this hair company? Guys, she has a company doing that. So nimfunani. During that whole fight, Lo decides to call Manny aside to have a conversation. And I'm just like, the timing of this, like, I don't get it. Like, why would you pick a person out of, or why would you separate yourself from a fight to go and start another fight? But I kind of got it because it was the last episode, and this might have been her last chance to kind of address things with Umeni on camera, you guys. Minnie then says, Mina, I am waiting for Ulondi to call my parents and apologize for disrespecting them. I'm just like, Minnie, all Ulondi asks is, who are your parents? Yet when in turn you said, when I kulisanga. So between those two comments, who disrespected whose parents? Because Ulo is trying to tell many, no, you guys need to sit this thing down and listen. These two ladies, both Ulondi and Many want Ulo to pick a side. Many says Nondi must come apologize to her parents for disrespecting them. I'm like, listen, the only person that needs to apologize to your parents, Many, is you. It is you for acting like a wood rat, for bashing bottles, for fighting with people, for raising your voice, for speaking, for body shaming other people. You need to apologize to your parents for representing them so bad, you guys. But Lo then says, I got Many the stuff that you even said about Ulondi. Many then says, did I lie though? Go and check on Twitter. Many, guys, she is not apologetic about any of the things. And I'm just like, Lo is catching fire for nothing. I just kind of feel like it's unfair, the position that Umeni is putting Lo in, because what is Lo supposed to do at this point? Because both of these people said harsh things and not nice things to one another. But if we would really have to pick a side, we're definitely not picking Minnie's side, because the mean things she said, you guys, I get then next thing, Londi no Sorisha are having their moments there, and Londi ends up crying, says what she feels like Twitter is literally pam okay? And she's saying that towards Minnie, because Minnie is constantly coming for her. And she says, well, but another thing that's making me cry is because of the twins. I'm hurting because the twins are good people, and it really wants my intention to really make them feel that way. So Risha does end up calling the twins, you guys, so that they can iron things out with Ulondi. And indeed, the twins do seem like they forgave Ulondi. Londi did apologize, and let's just hope with going forward, things will be fine between them. I don't see them being friends, but it just made me see Ulondi. she does seem like a sweet person who fronts with sarcasm. The next day, we see Usorisha, Unungu, and Ulondi are sitting and having a conversation. And I must say, I love the scenes and the conversations that come from these ladies. But in Kulumoyaba, ipumindaba ya Jojo, that comment or that laugh that I spoke about. And they ask Unungu, what do you think about Ujojo laughing after you prayed or laughing after ulokuzana ulo made a comment? Nongo then goes on to say, or rather they ask her, have you and Ujojo ever prayed together? Do you guys pray together? Nongo says, no, we have never prayed together. We don't pray together, you guys. Now, Nongo, according to this conversation, it seems like she's taking it as if Ujojo was laughing at her. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. Ujojo was laughing at the sisterhood comment, not that she was laughing at your prayer, Nongo. But Nongo says she's a prophetic dreamer. And you see, when she said that, guys, I was reading in between the lines. There's no way a person is going to say they're doubting a friendship with a person and then go on to say, me and this person never pray. And then they say, I'm a prophetic dreamer and there's nothing there. No. Indirectly, Unongo is saying, guys, she's had dreams of Ujojo, with Ujojo, and she feels like, or either in those dreams, lobungani mabupene, or lobungani must come to, or is gonna come to an end because you guys are not aligned. Angempela, you guys, Unongo moments later or moments later or later on, she calls Ujojo to have a conversation with Ujojo. And then she repeats the conversation she had with the ladies with Ujojo. And then Ujojo says, but Nongo, we always pray together. You are always praying. Then Nongo's like, yeah, I get that, but I just feel like our friendship is very surface level, Joe. I want to know, where are you standing regarding your faith? Manju Jojo's confused because she's saying, Nongo, we've had this conversation before, especially when I was having inking out with my health and whatnot. We've had this conversation before. Now, Jojo goes on to explain, I was not laughing at you. I was laughing at the sisterhood comment. In this group, we are always praying for unity, but that never happens. And I get where Jojo was coming from and why she was laughing, because in Dambela, guys, it's almost as if whenever Nongo prays for this group, you just know things are just about to go down. But Nongo says, no, I just kind of feel like that laugh kind of manifested a negative energy. And I'm like, Nongo. But anyway, you can see these ladies are not hearing one another. Nongo gets frustrated and she walks away. As she walks away, Jojo decides to follow her friend and practically begs Nongo, crying, saying, Nongo, I can't lose you. I can't navigate this group without you. Guys, I felt so sad for Jojo crying. Because at that moment, I kind of felt like Jojo felt as if there's going to be a shift in their relationship. And both of them felt it. But Jojo's there crying, begging for this relationship, or begging for Nongo not to give up on her and not to give up on this relationship. Now, I've said this before, Jojo, she does seem to have some sort of attachment or detachment issues, but it really broke my heart to see her do that. Nongo in her diary session says, the things of God demand sacrifice. And I'm like, here we go. She is saying she's going to have to sacrifice this friendship to please God. And then Nongo, when she sees her friend crying, she comforts and she's like, no, Jojo, I'm still here. You're not losing me. Let's pray. Are you willing to pray? I'm just like that. I just felt like that was so manipulative. Because Jojo does end up praying, but I kind of felt like, what do you expect her to do, Nongo? She's begging to be your friend. And now you are asking, Jojo did say, guys, Jojo is those type of people that believe there's many ways to God. And she did say to Nongo, I don't like the fact that there's a one group of faith that isolates or demonizes another group for not believing in a specific thing. But Nongo's like, no, but there's only one way to God, which is Jesus. So you can see, there's a huge contrast Oh, yeah, a huge difference in what they believe in. And unonku saying, listen, I can't settle for a person who doesn't believe in Jesus. So I just felt like I didn't like the fact that unonku asked her to pray. And Ujojo goes on to pray because I'm like, vele, Ujojo was going to pray because we friendship. Unonku in her diary session says, in order for Ujo to be my friend, she has to be saved. She goes on to say, Jojo, I'm sorry, but you have to be saved. She starts crying, Jesus is coming back soon, and you need to be saved, and whatnot. That's how Jojo in her diary session says, there's nothing that will come in between me and Unonku's friendship, not even this trip. And I'm just like, Jojo, I'm sorry to say this, but already it's happened. It has happened. They might not be, or they might be friends now, guys. But all I know, things are not going to be the same between Unonku and Ujojo. Now, I don't think this is the right way of going, you guys. When it comes to wanting a person to be saved, I get where Unonku is coming from, but I kind of feel like if you really wanted your friend to be saved, why not pray for her? Why give her an ultimatum to say either you be saved or be my friend? Because Jojo can easily fake it and say, okay, fine, I'm saved, but then so in that, because she'll just be doing it for Unonku. And at the end of the day, when it comes to spiritual things, guys, it's a hard matter. You can't force a person to be saved, or you can't force a person to believe in a God that you believe in. So I know Unonku, the approach she's taking, I think she does have genuine intentions, but I just don't think it's a wise way to approach this. There's a way to love a person, guys. If ngempela ufuna ukubonisa umuntu ukuthi ngempela lo nkulunkulu omthandazayo, he's the real way, show them ngezenzo, and maybe you'll win them over ngezenzo zakho. I get, guys. Enough about that last scene. The ladies are having the Last Supper, you guys, and it seems like a nice night up until there's a waiter who comes and hands out notes to certain ladies. Sarisha gets a note, Ujojo gets a note, and Unonku gets a note. Now, Sarisha, it had something to do with you no longer a queen or former queen, but Sarisha didn't take offense to it. Ujojo, it was something about her crocodile tears, but you can see she was kind of offended, but not that livid. Unonku's one, guys, she even refused to repeat it because she's like, I'm not going to repeat these words that were written this, because this is madness. She's like, who wrote these notes? Who wrote these notes? No one is owning up to it, guys. She tears that note, she chews it, and she spews it. She spits it, guys, on the table. I'm just like, Nonku, come on. She's like, in fact, I should have pissed on that note. I should have pooped on. I'm just like, I bogelli. She was mad, and that's why I think that note had something to do, or I rather think it had something to do with how she pulled out a knife on her ex-husband. But it's really something that's touching her, that she really feels bad about, and the words hit her hard, you guys. But Unonku loses it, you guys. She gets up from the table. Next thing, she's like, I'm done with this. She's like, she goes to one of production. She's like, listen, I'm not a cartoon. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of production, guys. Which makes me believe, those notes were written by production to end off this season with a bang, you guys. I honestly feel like if production wrote those notes, you guys, and I'm glad Nonku has come to a point where she feels like, you know what, I'm no longer going to fit into the narrative these people write about me. And maybe, guys, she knows Uchi's production, maybe because production has also asked her to do some things to other ladies that she did not want to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like it can't be vela sugeli production kanjalo unless she knows ukuthi they're capable of that, or either they have asked her to play out a narrative or to say something that she would have not have said had they not asked her. Anyway, guys, let's park it right there because that's where the episode ends. We shall wait for the reunion. I really hope Nonku comes, guys, even though there's rumors Uguti she's not coming. But I understand because this relationship between Yen and Jojo, yeah, guys, I really feel Uguti it's heavy on both of them. So I'm gonna understand if she doesn't make it. Anyway, you tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys on the next one.